Hello everyone and welcome to the session. This is Ashima Shukla, your current affairs and banking awareness faculty on Entri platform. And in this session, we are going to talk about all the major news events that have taken place in the past days. The discussion is going to involve all the important news events, and at the end of the session, we will also be talking about a few questions which will be based on the news events that we'll be discussing right now. So, starting on the discussion of the news events, first is the Grammy Awards 2022. This year, the 64th edition of the Grammys Awards was held, which was the premier award for music. The ceremony was held in Las Vegas in Grand Garden Arena. Most of the times, the question also comes in the form that where was the function held. So, you need to remember the venue. Now, in this artists, compositions, albums, these are awarded. What are the major categories of awards? Them being Record of the Year, which was Leave the Door Open by Silk Sonic. Album of the Year was We Are by John Batiste. Song of the Year was Leave the Door Open by Brandon Anderson, Christopher Brody Brown, Ernst Emil 2 and Bruno Mars. Songwriter was Silkron and the music was by Silk Sonic. Best new artist was Olivia Rodrigo. Now, Indian music composer Ricky Cage has also won the Grammy Award for his album Divine Tides for the best new age album. He has won it jointly with rock legend Stuart Copeland. John Batiste has received the most nominations, that were 11, and he has received the most awards, which were a total of 5 in various different categories. As for Ricky Cage has won, this is the second Grammy Award of Ricky Cage. Now, starting on one-liners, Indian Army celebrated the 258th Rising Day of Army Medical Corps on 3rd of April. The motto of Army Medical Corps is Sarve Santu Nirmaya, which means let all be free from disease and disability. Now, to commemorate the occasion, there were tributes which were paid and prestigious motorcycle expedition was planned, encompassing 4 commands and 12 states, including the 7 northeastern states. National Dope Testing Laboratory (NDTL) indigenously developed 6 new RMs required for anti-doping analysis in all WADA accredited laboratories across the world. These 6 RMs have been developed in a duration of less than a year, and these were launched by the Union Minister Anurag Thakurji, who is the Minister for Youth Affairs and Sports, during the 15th governing body meeting of NDTL. India has received the highest monthly merchandise export of 40.38 billion US dollars in the month of March 2022, which is almost 15% more than merchandise export in March 2021, and an increase of 87.89% over March 2020 export. HDFC Limited is set to merge with HDFC Bank. Indian Oil Corporation Limited, L&T and Renew are going to set up a joint venture company to develop the green hydrogen sector in India. Amir Khan has been selected as the new brand ambassador of Farm Easy. Ministry of Aviation has launched an IACS under Ude Desh Ka Aam Nagrik. The scheme has been launched with the objective of connecting certain states of the country with the international destinations. Now, this is a state government supported scheme, and the northeastern states of Assam, Manipur and Tripura will be connected with Bangkok, Dhaka, Kathmandu, Chittagong, Mandalay and other such. India has achieved all-time high annual merchandise export in financial year 22 of 417.81 billion US dollars. This is 43% more than the merchandise export which was in the financial year 21. Now, in this, you also need to know that what was the export and import of India in the merchandise in the billion US dollars. So, in terms of exports in the financial year 22, we have expected of 417.81, whereas in 21 it was 291.81. In terms of import, the financial year 22 was 610.22, whereas in financial year 21 it was 394. In deficit, we have 192 for financial year 22, whereas 102 for financial year 21. National Cadet Corps has started a nationwide campaign, Puneet Sagar Abhiyan, which will coincide with the National Maritime Day. Under this campaign, NCC will clean the seashores and beaches and other water bodies from plastic and other waste material. The purpose of this abhiyan is going to be to educate the locals and sensitize them about the Swachh Bharat. Union Minister Dr. Jitendra Singh ji launched Mission Integrated Biorefineries to accelerate clean energy solutions through public-private alliances. Dr. Singh announced funding and opportunity of Hydrogen Valley Platform, a global initiative to optimize the hydrogen demand and supply of on-site generation and utilization. Dr. Singh has launched 3 material acceleration programs, that is for storage, materials and bioenergy and hydrogen, which have been set up by the Department of Science and Technology at a total cost of 6 million US dollars. Union Minister Anurag Thakurji launched Broadcast Seva portal in New Delhi, which will bring transparency, accountability, responsiveness to broadcasting ecosystem and henceforth increase the ease of doing business. It will provide end-to-end solutions to satellite TV channels, to teleporter operators, to private FM channels and others. Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh Y.S. Jagan Mohan Reddy ji inaugurated 13 new districts in the state recently, and they have been carved out from the existing. So now the total districts in the state of Andhra Pradesh has become 26. There are 26 districts in Andhra Pradesh now. Indian space tech startup Pixel, which is headquartered in Bengaluru, launched its first commercial satellite called Shakuntala in April 2022. The launch took place under SpaceX Transporter 4 mission, and it is a low orbit imaging satellite with one highest resolution hyperspectral commercial cameras to ever flow to space. The Salt 2 software conglomerate Tata Group has announced to launch its one-stop mobile app called Tata New. It is being launched as a supper app where users can find everything from groceries to gadgets and gateways, like one app for everything you want to purchase. And the service is going to be offered by Tata Group. Other services of Tata Group like Air Asia flights, booking hotels at Taj Group, ordering groceries at Big Basket, these are also going to be accessible on this app, and it's expected to give a stiff competition to Amazon, Flipkart and Jio platforms for this purpose. Homegrown e-commercial giant Flipkart Group has constituted and launched a Flipkart Foundation, a new platform with focus on development in rural areas and providing equitable access to growth opportunities to women and other disadvantaged communities. Now, in this, Flipkart Foundation is going to positively influence 20 million lives directly and indirectly in the coming decade, and the operation will be grant based. The contributions will come from Flipkart Group through the charity checkout method, and they're going to enable transformational development work for society and the economy. United Nations Human Rights Council has appointed Dr. Ian Fry as the world's first independent expert for human rights and climate change. He has been appointed for a duration of 3 years. He has a dual citizenship of Tuvalu and Australia. And the position for the special rapporteur for human rights and climate change was created by UNHRC in the year 2021 in the month of October. Hungarian Prime Minister Viktor Orban won a fourth successive term in the office via a landslide victory in the general elections of the country for 2022. A new book titled Crunch Time Narendra Modi's National Security Crises has been released, which has been written by Sriram Chaulyaji, who is a social scientist and opinion maker on various international issues. And it is a comprehensive analysis on how New India, under the Prime Ministership of Narendra Modi ji, has helped to transform India's security policy. These were the news events and highlights. Now we'll be talking about a few questions that can be framed, starting with the first question. Indigenously produced reference materials required for anti-dope analysis have been developed by which of the following body? So, anti-dope analysis, indigenously developed reference materials have been developed indigenously by NDTL, NIPER Guwahati and CSIR. They have all together worked on this project. Who is the new brand ambassador of Farm Easy? So, Amir Khan ji has been selected as the new brand ambassador. Which northeastern state will be connected to air international destinations under the International Air Connectivity Scheme and Ude Desh Ka Aam Nagarik? In this, there are three states which were there, one of them being Tripura, the other two being Assam and Manipur. Who has been the annual merchandise export of India in financial year 22? So, annual export merchandise has been $417.81 billion, whereas in terms of import, we stood at 610.22 billion US dollars, and the deficit was approximately 192.41 billion US dollars. Which organization has launched Puneet Sagar Abhiyan recently? Puneet Sagar Abhiyan has been launched by NCC for cleaning of the ports and beaches. Material acceleration platform MAPS has been launched by which of the following? So this MAPS program has been launched by Department of Science and Technology, costing about 6 million US dollars, and has been launched. These are the three maps on storage, materials and bioenergy and hydrogen. Who launched Broadcast Seva portal recently to improve ease of doing business for broadcasters? So for broadcasters, this has been launched by Anurag Thakurji. Now, with this, we'll be winding up this segment, and I hope this session has been helpful. We'll see you in the next video. Till then, have a great day ahead.